Hey guys, what's up? This is Red Wolf 316 here. Today, I'm going to be starting a new series every Saturday morning. It will be my Saturday morning action cartoon series. Saturday morning cartoons were my childhood, and I miss the fact that there were a lot of Saturday morning action cartoons from the 80s, 90s, and mid-2000s. Even though I grew up more in the 90s and the 2000s era. So, to kick off this Saturday morning action cartoon series, I will be reviewing Reboot. And if you have a Saturday morning action cartoon you want me to review, just leave it down in the comment section. I'll write it down and we'll review it in the future. Alright, let's get started. 23 years ago, Reboot aired on a Canadian television show and ran from 1994 to 2001. It's notable for being the first fully computer animated television series in history, and this show, for its time, was damn revolutionary. I mean, just think about it. Think about all the computer animated television shows that came after it. Beast Wars, Transformers, Jimmy Neutron, Green Lantern, the animated series, and so on and so forth. Reboot was the cartoon that started it all. Children and adults can enjoy Reboot. It depicts Mainframe, a computer system inhabited by Bionorms, Strites, and Guardian named Bob, who are under the threat of two viruses named Megabyte and Hexadecimal, who plan to infect and take over the series. They must also defeat the user in downloaded games. Reboot is a series that got better and darker as it progressed. Reboot is full of interesting visuals, great characters, sharp writing, and pop culture references. Rainmaker Entertainment, who now owns the rights to Reboot, have been saying for years that they're going to bring back the series. Recently, Rainmaker assured viewers on their website that their project is still happening and is still in development. The first season is highly episodic and is standard Saturday morning cartoon fare. However, there are great episodes in this season. Season 2. This is when Reboot really hits its stride. Every episode in this short season is great. It becomes clear that the series is becoming less childish and more mature with its storytelling. The season opens with the episodic manner that dominated the first season until continuality rises with the arrival of Andrea, an excellent character whose introduction signals the beginning of a story arc that would continue until the end of the series. Season 3. This 16-episode season is made up of a large story arc, which includes 4 separate 4-episode arcs, which will own their favor of themes. Enzo Matrix, Reboot's best and badass character, is able to really shine in this season. The censorship at ABC limited the show's creators could do in the first and second season. However, ABC dumped Reboot after its second season for its third season. Reboot was made exclusively for Canada. This gave the Mainframe creative team more lead in terms of what they could do. Co-creator Gavin Blair has said that Season 3 is in the series that they always wanted to make. It's truly an excellent season, most of its episodes among are my favorites. The films in 2001. Even though the 2 featured films, Damon Rising and My Two Bobs, would later be separated in 8 episodes, I prefer them in their own form. It's amazing to see how far Reboot has come since its humble beginnings. The following is a list of my favorite episodes of Reboot is chronologically in order. Wizards Warriors, a word for our sponsor, episode 9. Trust No One, episode 22. This episode is a parody of X-Files, another one of my favorite series. Gillian Anderson, who played Dana Scully from X-Files, provides the voice for Data Nully. Web World Wars. There is not much to this plot season finale. It's more of an action-oriented piece full of battles. The real magic, though, are in the final moments, in which Bob is shot into the web by Megabyte and Enzo accepts his new role as the Guardian. Enzo is my favorite character of the series. His arc is the most interesting of all the characters, and beginning with the episode, his role in the series becomes even greater. Reboot's maturity is evident from the opener, which includes my favorite game in the series, the Evil Dead-inspired game, Malicious Corpse, Firewall, episode 26. This is an excellent episode with an amazing James Bond-inspired theme opening. As if things couldn't get any more shocking after Bob was shot in the web after the end of Season 2, Enzo loses a game and his eye at the end of this episode. Also, it's a great Mortal Kombat inspired game. Number 7, Episode 30. This is a great character study of Matrix, who must confront his demons and the person he becomes. It is a surreal episode, especially the trial scene. When Matrix wakes up, he has a newfound incentive to find Bob and Mainframe. The episode with no name, episode 31. An action-packed episode with some great bars, scenes, and showdowns between Andrea and one of Guardian's most inspired by the good, bad, and the ugly. Mega Frame, episode 36. This is the action-packed final season arc of the third season. The final battle between Matrix and Megabyte does not disappoint. The epilogue in which the Bionorms perform a musical rendition of the events of Season 3 is classic. Things lighten up after the defeat of Damon until Megabyte reappears towards the end of the film. I especially love the Pokemon-inspired game. Even though it's frustrating that the series ends with such a big cliffhanger, I await the reboot of REBOOT and hope that this story will be resolved. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Red Wolf signing out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.